Hey everyone, welcome to Soul Messages. We're back onto a YouTube live
Oh, okay, good idea.
because I couldn't find chat in the other program. I
Yeah,
was just trying to broadcast to Facebook as well, and it just wasn't working. So people hopefully
well,
will find us, and we will see where we go here.
okay, well, we just tuned in, so maybe usual Andrea Dowie, right?
Yeah, we'll see. I just want to share this on Facebook real quick so we're live. Okay, perfect. Okay, we're
Mm.
done. All right, so yep, here's Kat. Hey Kat,
Oh,
welcome.
hi. Why'd you read for Cat?
Okay, let me see what's going on here. So we'll see who jumps in here. Let's take a look for Kat. Let's take a look at the energy. I'm feeling an animal here as well, so we're gonna pull an animal here for Kat. Okay, this one. We're gonna go some Earth Magic tonight. Why I got this out, so we're gonna get some Earth Magic cards out and see what we have here for
So some
Kat.
of our viewers don't even know it's the holiday tomorrow. It's ours exclusively Independence Day in America.
Yes. So let's take a look here for Kat. The energy around Kat is uh, being true to yourself, letting go of the mask, letting go of the stories about yourself, just being you and accepting who you are.
That's very good.
And the bear, the boundaries, and that's a great card to go with being true. You're just doing that's what feels authentic to you. So you're honoring your boundaries. This doesn't feel right to me. This doesn't. I'm just getting this doesn't feel right to me. So you just keep marching to your own heartbeat, if you will, your own insights. And oh, interesting cards. All right. So we're getting the tsunami, the wake up card, wake up call. It's almost like now's the time, like things just keep happening and happening. It's getting worse and worse. It's because you're not being authentic to yourself, not being true to yourself. You're not honoring your boundaries. What is best for you? You're allowing the mind to fall into these mental stories, these mental traps that are not serving you. Like you know something deep in your heart that you need to go do something, be someplace, and you're just not listening to you. And then you got this invocation card along with the ancestors generations card. Ancestors generations is just a repeating pattern over and over again. So that's sort of like your wake up call. You keep seeing this repeating over and over again. So it's just a wake up call. And the way you get out of that is by the ceremony, the invocation, there's routine, there's rituals to break the mental cycle, if you will, the mental stories.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so nobody else has joined us. We know we had a few more on the other
Well,
stream,
this
but
is our regular program, right?
yeah, this is it.
Okay, so there should be no reason why. Of course, those people who live here in the United States, it is a big holiday tomorrow. People are visiting, going places, traveling. There's a lot going on the holiday. And
Yeah,
it's a big one, and the next big one is Labor Day. So people
right.
are enjoying while they can because the next holiday is 2 months out.
I'm just taking a look. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. Oh, okay. So okay. So I understand. So the people that were watching on Facebook, not YouTube.
Oh, when we go to Facebook, we get it. Well,
What?
let's see. Maybe we'll have to.
Yeah,
If no one's
because
joining us tonight,
yeah, but it seems to be
we can
really
put a
quiet.
cap on that 45 minutes.
Yeah, we could just do something, jump over to Facebook because
Okay,
it's
well, let's see what's happening. Maybe this confused people.
no, it's just a typical YouTube on. It's right before a holiday, so it might be a little quiet because we had a lot more viewers on Facebook, but for whatever reason the camera wasn't showing, and then there was no chat, so we had to figure that out.
Yeah, well, next time.
Yeah, so yeah, hey Chris, yes, yeah, the camera wasn't working. We had no chat, so it was we
Oh,
were
Chris
lost.
Keller's here.
Yes, so Chris, you want to read for Chris?
Yeah. You have anything you want to explore, Chris? Let's see. I'll get the content. Phases and cycles. So this, what I'm getting is that you're in a new phase, but you don't feel like you're in it yet. It's like you're there, but you don't know where you are. It's unsettling that you're moving into different places psychologically, but physically you feel like you're in one place, and you really are moving forward. But the mind is telling you, no, nothing's happening. I want this to happen. I'm not progressing, but you are. This is the card of progress. The cycle is changing, but the mind is not recognizing it. So we need to acknowledge that things are changing and go with the changes, because when you're not acknowledging them, you can't really flow into them. So we need to correct that. Memories. And this memories is about if you've been stuck before in a situation where you didn't feel you were moving, this is repeating in your mind and in your heart. You feel like, oh, here we go again. Things aren't changing or they're not going smoothly. I'm not in the place I want to be, but it's not true. You have moved into that place again, but you're not acknowledging it. So we need to acknowledge it and recognize it and move forward with it. It's a dynamic process of moving forward. And this is a happy family card. So this shows that your family is really there to support you. And they are supporting you, but you need to let them in more. Maybe you think you're letting them in, but you're not. You need to really, you know, communicate with them more and tell them really what's in your mind and in your heart. And listen to what they say. I'm not saying for them to tell you what to do or how to think. We know that is not correct. We never let others' opinions guide us. However, if they're there to comfort you and give you support, that's what you need now, because it's going to help you move forward, because you already again move forward and you're not realizing it. And this is moving meditation. So this is saying you need to not just to slow down when you're in a quiet place, but you need to concentrate and focusing on what you truly want, energizing that, and also while you're walking to be absorbing your surroundings more and to be more observant, because I see that this particular time you're missing messages and information because you're in this impatient mode. We need to relax and we need to celebrate what's happening now and to recognize it. Okay.
All right. So Angie, you have a question there. What are your gifts? So I like the Shaman's Oracle deck for that. But I just want to get a general read on the energy. So I'm going to pull an animal here. And we have to remember that we all have spiritual gifts. It's just a matter of how practiced, how rehearsed they are, if you will, that they're all sort of there, but they're not developed, if you will. So your animal is the buffalo, the abundance, to realize that you are provided for in all ways. And the buffalo is reminded that we have an abundant amount of gifts. We have an infinite amount of gifts. They just might never be practiced or rehearsed, if you will. Like some of these great mediums, like Thomas John, some of these people, when they were a toddler, they didn't have ability to read like they do today. It's just a matter of they practice, they develop their gifts. That's what I'm feeling with that. But let me tune into the cards here. I got the Shaman's deck, and see there's one area where you should particularly focus in or develop them more. Let's take a look onto that. Oh, okay, interesting. All right, so we're getting the song card. I'm just going to read these out. So the conflict card and the loss card. Rather interesting when we're talking about spiritual gifts that these are showing up, along with the abundance card, because conflict and loss are the opposite
And
of.
look at that message. I could hear you but not see you.
Okay, so they can. So yeah, there's something wrong with our program, but now we're okay. So this is a really confusing message here for Angie, because we got the buffalo, the abundance, the conflict, the loss card, which are complete opposites of each other. But then you get the shaman of the song. So what this is really clearly telling me is that we all have these gifts. Some of them are going to amplify, some of them are going to drop away. It depends where you put your focus on. So you have to ask yourself, where do I want to develop my spiritual gifts? Where do I want to practice? Where do I want to develop? Because remember, you have 1,000 potential gifts in front of you. They're all in the raw native state. They're not developed. So you have to decide, I'm going to focus on mediumship. I'm going to focus on psychometry. I'm going to focus on this and that. You just have to decide where you're going to focus and develop your gifts, and realize that you do have 1,000 potentials in front of you. Obviously, there's not enough time to develop all of those. So you have to focus on which ones you want to enhance. That's what I'm feeling for you.
Okay, Chris, actually you have made progress, but you're not seeing it. What the reading was about. You're stuck because you're not seeing this movement. You're not giving yourself credit for the things that you've accomplished. You want things to be completely done, like over finished. You get your home, you get your this, you get your that. It's in front of you, it's in your hand, it's in your coat pocket, right? But things don't work that way. It's a process, and we go through steps and stages. But you've already moved past the availability of what could happen, and you're into that mode of being able to manifest what you truly want. But your mind is slowing you down by telling you, oh, I haven't gotten anywhere and nothing's happening, and when is it going to happen, and I could do better. And that's not the way. This is more about the psychological you, acknowledging your accomplishments and feeling that progress, somehow connecting with that. And that will move you forward further, and then you'll have what you want in your hand. But you're in that interim period. You've already moved forward, but you're not acknowledging it, so you're closing the energy off. Am I making sense here? That's where we're at. That's what my reading tells me. That's what my guides tell me. That's the best I can do. Hello. Okay, we're looking. Yeah.
We just got a list. You're just feeling.
Danny Behrman. Hi, Danny. Okay, I just wanted to finish with Chris. Okay, the first card is the King of Swords. This is standing tall and really going for what you want and stating what you have to say and standing your ground. It's about independent strength and clear thinking. So what I'm getting, there's some confusion or decision making that's not going that easily for you. And you need to really connect with that. I know the answer to this. I have the answers inside me, and stick to that. You stand tall in your own beliefs. And this is faith, and it says humanity and benevolence. So this is having faith in yourself and trusting your own wisdom and giving yourself that credit where credit is due. It's also sharing that knowledge and being a teacher for other people. That's the humanity and the benevolence. It's giving those people hope and inspiration by being there for them and being empathetic, not sympathetic, but empathetic. You're feeling it. You're walking a mile in their shoes. So it's a very pivotal time for you to connect with other people on that level, on the level of compassion and caring. And look at this. If you do that, the abundance card is here. So when you give these gifts to other people, you know that spiritual maxim that whatever you send out, you get back a certain percentage, 100-fold, 1,000-fold, a million-fold. It's very true. When you open up that door of generosity and caring, you get it back. So don't be afraid to give, as long as you leave something for yourself. But you're in this place of spiritual growth. This is more, again, this is the second time, it's more psychological. It's about spiritual growth and letting that abundance in and feeling that empathy. I've been there. I know, actually experience other people's feelings, so you can really develop those healing skills that you already have and bring in that abundance. It shows that this is going to open up the energy and bring you the things you want.
All right, so I want to read for Angela, then you can read for Katie Leone.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I'll read for Angela. Let me see what the animal is for Angela here. All right, actually this animal feels better. I'm actually feeling a word for you with that animal. So I'm going to pull a word card. All right, and then we're going to go to the, I think the shaman's deck. That's where I'm going next, the shaman's deck. Okay, so let's take a look at the animal for Angela. The porcupine, the innocence card, letting go of any guilt, shame, feeling guilty. Just be innocent like a child. Don't attach any stories to it that you didn't do your best or whatever it may be that you could have done differently. We want to let all that go and just be innocent and just know who you are. And then the balance card. when I found the balance with the innocence is just staying in a place of peace, of not being too stressed out, too worried, anxious, keeping that balance in your heart that everything is fine, have that innocence, that sweetness to you, like a little child, not attaching any story to that. And then we are getting this abundance card. And this is really interesting. So the more you can free yourself of the guilt, the shame, the I didn't do enough, and all these kind of stories, and not living your heart, then you're blocking abundance. You're more abundant when you're in this innocent, playful child stage. That's what they're reminding you with that abundance card. But then you have the flip side of that, which is the lies and the conflict. So you start saying you're guilty and shameful. You're starting to believe all these stories. You're creating a conflict because your heart wants you to have all this abundance. The innocence of your heart wants all this abundance. And the mind's telling you all these stories, all these lies. They're just saying that's creating a conflict. Do you follow your heart or do you follow your mind? Your heart will lead you to abundance and your mind will block abundance. So just if the situation you're facing, be innocent, be sweet, and just realize I just got to play like a child and the abundance will come to me. When I overthink things, I'm blocking my abundance.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
This is for Katie Leone.
Yes.
Hello, Katie. I see this card and I want to grab this. Okay. I have this card, and then this card is calling me right here. Okay. Okay, so this is the Archangel Gabriel, and this is letting hope and inspiration into your life. So you really need that boost of spiritual adrenaline. That's what I'm going to call it. And by connecting with Gabriel, your Archangel, you're letting that energy in. That's an emotional, spiritual injection. It's like a shot directly into the bloodstream. And that's going to connect you with, give you hope and inspiration, and your to help your intuition to come to the surface. And this is the star card. This shows beautiful things are coming into your life when you connect with this angel. This is the game changer. You have to focus on connecting with that angel. And if you feel you can connect with your guide as well. But this is hope, inspiration, and things coming to fruition. So this is a period of time where you really are in a good place, a better place than you've been. Maybe you don't realize it, but you are there in a better place. And this is more about connecting with that spiritual self. This is a time of spiritual revolution and wake up call for you. And this is crystal ascension. So what I'm getting here is that if you maybe you have crystals at home, but if you could get your hold of a crystal or go to a store and see which resonates for you and hold that crystal in your hand, that'll help you tune into your guides and the archangel. If you do have the crystals, pick your favorite one. Every time you're going to be near the crystals, close your eyes and put your hands over the crystals and see which one feels warm, which one calls you. Because this is really going to bring you in a much better place. It shows your potential for happiness and joy. With the star card is unlimited. That's one of the best cards in the deck. And let's look at one more to finish the close it, although we do have the essence of the message. That's pretty clear to me. And this is transcendence. This is transcending above obstacles, challenges. And the obstacle is your lack of belief in yourself. We can accomplish everything we want, but transcendence is honoring your inner force, that strength and that inner resolve carries you through to the other side. So we need to connect with that. We need to connect with our archangel, our guides, and just know that, again, this is a spiritual shot of adrenaline. You're going through major psychological, spiritual changes, and they will affect you physically in a positive way, in a feel-good way. This is a very important time for you. It's very pivotal, and I would pay attention to things around me. Okay.
All right, so this is for Princess Nye, asking about your divine partner. So let's see what the cards have to say about this, the energy of this. Then I'm also going over to the Raven's Wand and pulling a card over here. Then we'll do the Shaman's deck to see what they want you to know about your partner. let's take a look here. Let's do this. All right, so we got the energy of ravens and shamans card here. Uh, the vitality card. Just remember that you're a being of a light and just accepting who you are. It's really about letting go of your image, your appearance, and realize I'm energetic, I'm light, and I'll attract the similar light to myself. Along with, oh, interesting card, the daisy and the dandelion. It's a very playful card. So your divine partner is playful, or maybe you are playful, but both of them play together. So what I'm getting right away from this, that this this partner is really about not appearances, if you will. It's about the energy of the individual, the playfulness of both of you together, as opposed to outward appearances. It's more of an inner. And yeah, then you're getting this, the nurture, you're getting the joy card here. Joy, look at all the light. That's also the vitality, the joy, the happiness playing. And then the nurture card, something that nurtures you, uplifts you, supports you, has a similar vibe, if you will, similar light, very playful. But then it's very interesting too. There's something you need to be mindful of, the lies card. What I'm feeling with this, that your authentic partner will be full of light, very playful, very joyful, very happy and nurturing. But you need to be mindful. What the lies card is telling you, beware of someone trying to mimic you. Oh, she wants this and this and this, and tries to fit the pieces to they match you. So you don't want that. It should be a natural fit. It should not be forcing themselves into your mold, if you will. You want them to be their authentic, light, playful self that is very nurturing. But just giving you a little warning though. Beware of somebody trying to mimic what you want, trying to fit into your mold. And beware of the opposite as well. That you might see somebody that you like and try to fit into their mold. You don't want to do that. You want to realize I'm light, playful, I'm happy, joyful, and that's nurturing to you. I'm feeling that you need a playful relationship is nurturing to you. A very serious, heavy relationship is not beneficial to you. So you can find a partner that's playful, that doesn't try to fit into your mold.
Okay, who's next? Oh, you're welcome, Danny.
I think we're actually caught up.
Yeah. Well, let's see.
Yeah, we're actually a little caught up. We'll see if anybody jumps in here.
Uh-huh.
If not, we can probably jump over to Facebook for a few minutes.
Oh, well, whatever you say, but let's give these people a chance.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sam, before it was like, oh, holiday, and then like, oh, let's do some.
Yes, yeah, you're welcome,
Oh,
Chris.
you're welcome. Yeah, you're welcome, Chris, also.
Yeah,
Okay.
Prince, I think that's so important though. The biggest piece I got with that is beware of somebody trying to mimic what you want and not being authentic to themselves. You're not going to like them, their true self, if you will. They're going to put on this mask, this disguise, to mold what you want, but that's not who they are.
Right. Yeah,
So
that's an interesting
So just be mindful of that.
acknowledgement. Okay, let's see who's that.
Yeah, so it's kind of quiet.
I know with the Saturn and Pisces, there's going to be a lot of spiritual development in the population.
We read for each other once in a while.
Oh, we could do that one day as a comic relief, but we're trying to give people, we're only 23 minutes in, and we're trying to give people their time that they are, they deserve. We don't want to take away reading for each other, and then it won't have meaning to you anyway. When we read for you,
Right.
it has all the meaning, and sometimes we have messages that don't resonate, but later on they may.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe we're all misinterpreting the energy, the symbol. We're human, right? Putting our own perspective in there inadvertently, not deliberately. But I think that most of what comes is from spirit. And all of it is from spirit, but I mean that we allow the process through, is what I'm saying.
All right, no, anybody else joining in here.
Well,
so
what's
for a few minutes.
you are so, that Gemini rising is like, oh my goodness, so restless. I have Cancer rising, and I'm restless enough. I'm emotionally restless. But you're like a potpourri here. A kaleidoscope, right? What
Yes.
color is it today? What's the weather, Sam?
Always changing.
he'll be happy with one thing in the morning and not happy in the afternoon. I just recently had that with Sam.
Well, that's what Wayne Dyer was
Oh,
talking about. That
God.
what was true in the morning isn't true in the afternoon.
Well, for some people, for me, it's usually true. It's the weather forecast. Oh, we didn't expect a pop-up shower, right?
It's raining up there right now, so they weren't
Is it
expecting.
really?
Yeah, it wasn't supposed to rain till 10.
See, that's why I took the garbage out before the reading. You see that? See, that was prophetic. I did my night's work. Okay, you have the garbage outside down the stairs, and the stairs are metal, and it can be slippery, and we don't want to take garbage out when it's raining. It's open, so you get rained on. Okay, we can entertain people this way, but
Yeah.
let's wait.
See if anybody else
Let's
jumps
see
in.
what we have. 25 minutes in, and there's 3 viewers. Is that the 3?
No, 4 viewers and 3 thumbs up.
Oh, thumbs up. Oh, thank you for thumbs up. 4.
Yeah. So.
That's not too many. You're right. Oh, here we have Angela.
Yeah, when they were reading for sister, you want to do a message for sister Nicole?
Okay, it's my turn. Yes,
Yeah.
it is. That's right. Okay, this is for Nicole. Any particular subject or just a generic? Let's just see what the first card comes out and out. No, it's one card. Oh, it is raining.
Yeah.
This is reaching out to other people and not just receiving, not just asking for help or guidance, but giving and realizing it's a two-way street, being more communicative, addressing more people. This is a card of being social, reaching out to other people. And I think this is about networking for you. I'm going to go with networking as the choice for you to really assimilate all this energy into one card and say this is about a lot about networking. It's also asking for help, but it's also receiving help. Oh my goodness, this is the world. This is a card of accomplishment. And this is saying, my dear, you can have it all. You're the second person who had. One person had the star, which is awesome. And this is the world. This is more about career. So I don't know if your focus is on career, but it looks like you're going to move toward developing something out in the outer world. It could be career, it could be status, it could be something else. But your world is changing and you're going from the bottom to the top. This is about rising up with ambition and hope and strength and understanding and preparing for that. So this might be a big boost in your career, but reaching out, maybe that's where the networking comes in. Or if it's not about career, it's changing your status. It could even be getting married or divorced. It could be so many things. I don't have you in front of me, but this is a very important card, the world. It is about accomplishment. It's outer world. People see it. They give you credit for it. That's the difference then between your inner world. And the next card is rising to the occasion. So when an opportunity comes, boom, run for it, grab it before it flies away. There's these little, sometimes you're not in the mood to be focused, and opportunities slip through your fingers. So this is a time to be really focused on connecting with those accomplishments and getting things out there. This is the outer world. Remember, this is the career, the marriage, whatever's visible. Making yourself visible. Even criminals, it's visible. It's in the newspaper. They commit a crime. And this is listen. So not only you need to listen to yourself and really go for what you want. If you're in a career change or looking for a partner, you're saying don't settle. Listen to yourself. Really put your focus, like putting headphones on and tuning in to really what's there already and tapping into that. So this is, again, I'm reading for people who are in a pivotal time. This is accomplishing all that you want, but through networking, through partnering, through going through anything in the outer world. It could be college, it could be courses you take. It's not as internal, it's more external. Of course, everything generates from inside. Let me be clear on that. Nothing on the outside is not a reflection of within. But I'm saying the accomplishments are more visible. That's what I'm saying. Unlike, let's say, I got my nails done and they look great. This is something more outer.
All right, so we have AP here joining us tonight. So let's see what I'm feeling for AP.
Okay.
Let's pull the energy. Let's take a look. feeling a word with the energy, so we'll pull a word with that. Okay, we'll get this word. And then we're going to pull some an animal. Let's do an animal here. And one earth. Actually, we'll pull two earth magic cards. Okay, let's take a look here. So will the changes you're making pay off? Let's take a look. Oh, open to the universe. It's just really being open to new possibilities, knowing your worth, knowing your value, not diminishing your worth and your value, but knowing who you are and being open to all possibilities. And with that, we're giving up the give and take card with that, which is interesting. The give and take is basically it's about you holding back. You just keep giving and giving and giving, and you don't worry about receiving. You're just opening up to the universe because you realize you're one with the universe. So the more you give, the more that will come back to you. That's the theory behind it, is just to really just open up and just share your gifts and just allow the abundance to come back to you. And then we got the animal here. Oh, look at this, the moose, the authority. That's also the abundance card, that you know what is best for you. So yes, it's going to pay off, but you're going to feel like you're giving and giving and giving and nothing's coming back to you. But they're saying things will come back to you in ways that you can never imagine. Just keep giving, keep supporting. It's what they say in the Bhagavad Gita, focus on the task at hand, not the fruits of your labor. So you just focus on this moment, doing what you need to in this moment, and realize the fruits, the rewards will take care of themselves. But you get in the moose, the authority, which is also the abundance. But then you get this rain, the purification card. It's saying, it's right away, get rid of the worries, the doubts, the fears, the concerns, get rid of all of that, because the universe is saying just open up, just serve, you know what's best for you, and it will come back to you. And then you get this DNA karma. What I'm feeling like this, that you've tried similar projects to like this, or maybe something in the past and it hasn't worked out. And it keeps going like in a circle, it keeps happening. I try this business venture, it fails. I try this, it fails. I try this, it fails. But they're saying simply get rid of the fears, the doubts, stop comparing to the past. Just open up to new possibilities, new ways, open to the universe, and just really focus on the thing from the Bhagavad Gita. Just focus on the task at hand, not worry about the fruits. Because if you keep focusing on the fruits, then you're going to get the worry, the doubts. It's going to start keeping score. My bank account has this, and I've done all this work. It's not working out. They're just saying, keep giving, keep giving, keep giving. It will come back to you. But you have to break this karmic cycle. It's almost like a cycle of things not working out because you're too focused on keeping score, and it's the worries, the doubts, the fears. And that just kills any abundance. Worries and doubts just kill the abundance. You just keep serving, you keep giving, and things will pay off.
It's we all think things repeat, and nothing ever repeats. Change is afoot all the time. The situation, even a second later, something shifted in the universe. So things are never the same anyway. We put labels on them. Whenever we put labels on ourselves and on situations or things happening in our life, we end up walking into brick walls because labels are very bad. You cannot label a human being, a male, a female, a carpenter, a doctor. That starts to get you in trouble when you identify with something outside yourself. But we're all one spiritual stream of consciousness. We connect, we're all one. So it's not about the title. It's about, you can wear different roles, different hats during this lifetime. But it's about how the soul progresses, not about what title you get and who you are through that medium. We have to get away from that. That defines us. That's other people owning us with the social security number, and the grades in school can wreak havoc with your self-esteem. And it's just not that way.
Right. And what was coming to with the change, that even though the situation seems similar, it's still changing. And if you let it, but immediately you start tying it to the past, you start molding that to the past, as opposed to opening up to new possibilities. Things change. There's a new possibility for it to be different, but the mind will lock it back to be the same.
Even this, the cells in our body, they regenerate. Different organs, they regenerate in different time period because they're different organs. But this change is something that you cannot change. It's there, it's always present. So no situation, no matter how similar it looks on the outside, is the same. Because a second later, you've generated new cells in the body. The universe changes with you because you're all one. So if you change, everything else changes. That's the thing, and everything's always changing. It's like amazing amount of change that happens second by second, millisecond by millisecond.
And we're the creator of our realities. Things are changing, and you can create that old reality. Once again, that's the DNA, the karma. It's like, oh, this is the same thing in the past, and you're recreating that and recreating it and recreating it.
That's how we become stuck. Well, I have a reading tonight for someone who is not seeing the progress, thinking. So that pulls you back into the non-progressive mode because what your thoughts create reality. It closes the door for the whatever accomplishment. An accomplishment can be picking something up off the floor. It's not an Academy Award. We have accomplishments we do all day long. We smile at someone. We do things that we don't even give ourselves credit for. But change is always happening, and nothing repeats. Nothing. So it's very clear.
Yeah, so you're welcome.
36 minutes, not bad. I mean, if you want to jump onto something else, but then we'll be flooded with 100 people. Do you want that at this point, unless you put a cap on it for 20 minutes?
Yeah, we can see if we want to jump over the Facebook and
I don't know. Let's see. People have been really forthcoming. We like the slower pace because we can read thoroughly.
Right.
Rushing through them, you get little snippets. But this, especially tonight, people were going through some big shifts in consciousness and spiritual growth. The two people are really going to go through a shot. I called it a spiritual shot of adrenaline.
Right. We got the full moon in Capricorn tonight, too.
Yeah, and well, of course, the Capricorn is about tried and true and history and authority. And see, the thing with the Capricorn energy is you have to know how to use it because Capricorn knows how to use its resources. So if you're practical and resourceful and you do the right thing, because Capricorn knows better than anybody, Saturn's going to come get you if you don't do things right. You're going to learn a lesson that you don't want to learn. It's the law of karma. You reap what you sow. You don't get away with anything. And you never get more than you need, not even an ounce. You get just enough. Maybe even what is that expression? A dollar, what is that, a day and a dollar short? What is that expression?
I don't know.
I'm dating myself, but you can be shortchanged a little bit because it makes you want to strive for better. So Capricorn is a wonderful sign, but she knows by the time they've gone through stages in life that there are no shortcuts. They're forced to do it the right way or they get a lesson.
Yeah,
that's simple.
It was coming to me though. You said one word that really sort of resonated with me. Maybe this tonight, the Capricorn full moon might be the time to take authority of your life, take responsibility that I'm not doing this all the way away. I'm doing this way that feels right to me. I'm becoming the authority.
Capricorn wants to be the teacher, the one that's always right. I know. I live with one. Always right. Tim never. Please, it's always me. Yeah, Capricorns are the steadfast, tenacious, hardworking, and wonderful parents for the most part, unless they have afflictions, of course. I understand that, but the pure essence of the sign is the responsible parent, the one that provides the necessities of life. Maybe you're not going to get that $1,000 buggy you wanted, but you're going to get clothes and shoes and school supplies. You're definitely not going to be needing. They're about practicality, about how to put food on the table, and how to go from step up the ladder, the mountain goat, climbing and scaling the mountains. It's an interesting sign that they get bad karma. It maybe take them longer than others. Some people get it very early, and some people get it later on. But if you don't do the right thing, Saturn comes and gets you and gives you a lesson. And it's not punishment. So you have to get away from that thinking. It may feel like punishment. Oh my God, I failed and I have to repeat a grade. But it's for your best interest at heart. It gives you that growth that you want. And growth doesn't happen always by taking the easy way out and going to sleep on a Sunday afternoon. It's by sitting there and honing in on those books and, nose to grindstone kind of thing where you say, okay, I'm not going to go out and go shopping today. I'm going to stay home and study for that exam, or I'm going to do the chores. I need laundry. I'm going to forego going to lunch with my friend, and I'm going to do the wash. It could be simple like that.
All right, so you want to read for Casey?
Casey Marie? Oh, I love
Lavender
to.
Linus, yes.
Okay, hi, Casey. Well, we're about to close, and you showed up. That's very good timing, my dear. Oh, this is about partnership and being with other people and connecting with them on a joint project. The lovers can be actual romantic partners, but most likely this could be about partnering up with other people and on a collaborative project, or getting advice from somebody who could act like a partner because they could help you with certain advice, like let's say you want information about work or something about developing your skill. Maybe it's a person you learned from, a teacher who's giving you and then partnering up with you because they're giving you the knowledge for you to get it. I believe it's about partnership. And it's about forgiveness. So what I'm getting is being your own best friend and forgiving yourself. That's the partnership that you're going to have with yourself. You're going to be the one that lets go of the guilt and the shame and the judgment. And it has to be now because this is a time in your life where this is it's just time for this to happen. It happens in different phases in your life, but this is one phase now where we have to address this forgiving yourself and forgiving others. Sometimes it's not always easy. We don't want to do that. But being your own best friend, and it's almost like you're soothing yourself. And look at what we got here. We've got new beginnings. So after you forgive yourself and clear the decks, and really just sit there and consciously say, I did the best I could, and it's okay. Maybe you wanted to do things differently, but at that time, it's within the knowledge and scope of ability that you had that you did those things. And to acknowledge that and give yourself credit, new beginnings, everything in life is constantly vibrating and moving, and we're moving forward. So I'm getting people going through a lot of change, and this is a really, this is a positive change for you. But we have to really forgive ourselves and let go of the judgment. Even if you think you've done that work, there's still more to do. There's always more to do. This yesterday you could have cursed yourself for, missing a step and spraining your ankle. It just is not good to be that way, to judge. It's always to love yourself and accept yourself for who you really are. And different times in our life, we have to do that more because new beginnings are coming, and you have to keep that door ajar. You have to keep it open so the flow of energy comes. You can actually go through those new beginnings. Knight of Cups. Well, the first card is the Lover's card. This is the Knight of Cups. It's very possible. I don't know if it's within context of your life that you could have a romantic partner now because you're getting the Love card and you're getting the partner. It could be having a really good relationship with another person who's helping you through a period, or it could be a romantic partner. But something is forming and changing, and it's bringing love into your life and love into your heart. That's what we have to let in, and then the new beginnings are coming.
All right, so we're caught up. If there's anybody watching that
I
needs
just,
to,
sometimes we're reading and it would be lovely to sit face to face with someone and say, what does that mean? They'll say, oh, I know what that means. Sometimes we just don't. Oh, there's Dion Murphy.
yeah, so I'll
It's
read
for
for
you.
Dion. Yes, let's read for Dion.
So we're getting a lot more readings than we thought.
Yeah, so let's see for Dion. So welcome. Let me see. There's the energy. That's the Oracle Energy deck. I got one card there.
And you could always do 1 week, half this, half Facebook.
Yeah.
They
So
can switch over anyway, right? Easily.
yeah, and then we have the animal spirit animal card, and then I'm feeling. Let's go with the Shaman's Oracle deck for Dion. Let's do that. Let's take a look here for Dion. So let's take a look here. Yeah, here. Okay, so great. All right, so let's take a look here for Dion, the energy on you. The transformation, the evolving card, that we're constantly evolving, constantly growing. That, as we talked about this earlier, that The mind wants to stay stuck in like we're not changing, we're not making progress. The transformation is the opposite, that we're always changing, we're always learning, we're always expanding, if you will. So just this is a process where of just constant change, constant new experience, constant growth. So that's what the transformation card's about. And then the rabbit, the creativity is at your peak right now. So it's about having those new experiences to challenge yourself, to grow, to expand. So it's really about it's time to be creative. How can I expand in this situation? So maybe you're facing a situation, you're like, I faced this before. How do I change course, if you will? So this is where the creativity comes in. Maybe you free write, you paint, you put your favorite song on. What I'm feeling is you're facing a situation, the mind wants to be reactive. They're saying, don't be reactive to the situation. Step back and say, how can I transform this situation? And you transform this situation by not reacting, in your space of feeling good, playing music, writing, reading, watching your favorite TV show, whatever that is for you that change that mood that wants to react. Oh, they're doing this to me again. They're like, no, stop. So how can I transform the situation? So that transformation card is transforming the situation with creativity, not being reactive. And then we got some cards around that. Oh, very, very interesting cards. So the destruction card. It's clearing the deck. It's not being reactive. So there's a situation coming, your mind wants to instantly react. I've seen this before. I've seen this before. They're doing this again. They're saying, no, clear the deck, wipe it out. And then just love yourself. You're getting the love card and the promise card to yourself. So when you see a situation repeating itself, make that promise to yourself. I'm not going to react. I'm not going to respond in a situation that keeps the situation as it is. I'm going to transform the situation by stepping back, clearing the deck, loving myself for just how I am, who I am in this moment, and then be creative. How can you lift your mood up out of that situation? So if somebody's making you angry, upset, frustrated, whatever it is, they're very reactionary states. Step back, get yourself feeling good, then transform it.
Oh, is Lavender Lioness still there? Are you there? Give us a heads up if you're still there, because I wanted to add something.
Will my ex come back to me? Okay, what I'm feeling
Oh,
here.
that's for you.
Yeah, so what I'm feeling
Oh,
with this.
Lavender Lioness, please stay there after
Mhm.
Sam reads.
Okay, so what I'm getting back, will my ex come back to me? I'm getting the transformation card. It's time. So will your ex coming back really transform the situation or keep the situation the same? What I'm feeling is that it's time with that destruction card to clear the deck, to start new. Even if the ex comes back, don't tie anything to the past. Start clean, fresh, and say, how do we move forward together? How do we create a new reality, a new way of being? But what I'm really feeling, though, maybe it's time to just clear the deck completely and find someone else that is a better fit for you. But only you know that. But with the transformation card and the destruction card, with the creativity card, they're saying clear the deck, transform the situation, loving yourself, feeling good, not being reactionary.
Okay, for Lavender Lioness. So if this is about partnership, it's about someone who's going to be a companion first, who's going to be your best friend who completes you. But it is the romantic card. It's a card of romance and love, but it's friendship as well. Now, the forgiveness card came up. So what I'm getting, if this is in context of a possible romantic reading, is that you need to let go of all the frustration and anger. And everybody gets hurt. Everybody gets hurt at one point in their life. You have to forgive and you have to let go of that, because that's going to cut off the energy. Because the energy afoot is that of a partner or lover or companion. The fact that you got new beginnings, which means something is changing and something's evolving in the outer world, the actual tangible changes. Sometimes it is psychological, but in this case, I feel it's more tangible. The last card you're getting is a male, a Knight of Cups, somebody who's sensitive, who's empathetic, who's caring, who might be a little shy, who might be a little low key, somebody who wants to keep to himself. And it could be someone with a water in their chart to make them sensitive, like Pisces. If you're this a Pisces for Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, someone who's emotional, who's sensitive. But we need to let go of the past. Forgiveness came up, so we have to forgive those who hurt us. Because if you're holding on to the hurt, you can't be available for somebody new. And new beginnings is not only a new beginning of somebody new, but also somebody different than what you've had. If you've had guys that were more masculine, in a sense, macho or controlling, this is a person who's not. And it might be someone who appears too low key for you, but it's a matter of developing, cultivating a taste for someone who's better for you. So let me know in the next few months if this happens, if there's a possibility. But in context with these cards, now I can see how if it's that. If it's not that, then whatever else I said before in the reading, listen to it again, and there are other possibilities. Okay, so keep me posted.
All right, so we have Kevin here and Britt. So I'll read for Kevin. You can read for Britt. So what?
Okay, that's my.
All right, so Kevin, let's take a look at the cards here for you on that. If you should date this person, let's take a look. Let's look at the energy around you. Let's do a word about that. And let's see here. Let's take a look here from the Shaman's Oracle deck here for Kevin. Let's see what the cards have to say. So far, it looks good. You got starting with the success card. The energy is success. That is very good positive sign. That could be the right person. Getting the success person, they allow you to grow and thrive in the universe. That sounds like a perfect confirmation card. To be present, because all of our power is in the present moment. Not getting into the stories about them, but just being there with them fully, completely, and then you'll be successful. So what I'm feeling with the present card, don't attach to the stories. Don't allow mind to define them, if you will. And then when I'm okay, it's very interesting. So it's a very traditional type relationship. There's very traditional things that you've done in the past. It's just very traditional. And then it's also a very healing type relationship. You're just getting a healing card. So traditional healing, it's going to be successful. Just really, what I'm feeling is really important to stay present, not get into stories, not trying to define them, why their job, if they have any health issues, any kind of story that the mind wants to create. You want to let that go completely. And that's why you're getting the exile card. Because the exile card with the present card is stay away from mental stories. They take you out of this moment. So don't attach to anything, any opinions the mind may have right away. You just want to let that go, be fully present with that person, and you will be successful. It's a very traditional relationship. It's a very healing relationship as well.
Sounds wonderful. Now let me reread the questions. Okay, this is about reaching out to your ex. Okay, let's take a look. I want to pull 3 cards immediately, and I want to see what comes up. Oh, I want this card right here. Yep. I'm just pulling cards, so just give me a second. Okay, what I'm getting is this person, Carl, is actually he or she, well, I guess it's a male. He's thinking about you. You're in his thoughts. It's not like he's dismissed you, like you're not there. And he's, there's an interest. There's a feeling of he's evaluating the things that were good and the things that weren't. It doesn't say that it's too early to tell if this person would be willing to come back to you, but it's an evaluation. It's like on a fence, was this great, was it not? It's just thinking about you and remembering you. Now, the crown chakra is, what does your intuition tell you? The crown chakra is right here, and it's an indigo color, and it's the seat of intuition. So the card of intuition is coming up and saying, What is the information that you had in your heart tell you? Because this is about tuning into yourself and also being completely honest with yourself. Was this the right person? I feel like this person wasn't complete, that there was something missing, and that's what that person feels about the relationship, Carl, as well. There was something missing. It was good in some ways and something was lacking. And that thing that was lacking is indicative that maybe you should both move on. There's a possibility of getting back together only if the first card he's thinking about you, remembers you. It's you're in his mind. It's not like, oh, it's, I let go of that person, I'm done. It's not that at all. He's thinking about you and trying to figure things out. He's confused. He doesn't know what happened. So this is the life force. This is connecting with your strength and resolve. And this is about saying, something, I really, in my heart tells me that this was the right relationship or it wasn't. And I'm getting there were flaws. Every relationship has, because we're human. But there were certain things missing, and I don't know if you or he are willing to compromise. So it's up in the air as a possibility, but I don't think. I think you could become friends, and you could keep in touch. I don't feel like this is going to manifest again. It could, though, if you give it time, a lot of time and patience, because this person's afraid. I don't know why they're afraid. It might have nothing to do with you, but this person's afraid and confused. And look, this person feels like the relationship for some reason was too restrictive. So I would go within my heart. Just be honest with yourself and strong and really say, was this a right relationship for me? Because I feel that there's someone else for you who would be a better fit. However, the door is open with him thinking about you. That energy is still flowing through. But honestly, I feel like if you're honest with yourself, you'll come up with the right answer. The last card is facing fear, and I think it's for both of you. I think you were both afraid and made mistakes, and somehow, you know what I'm getting? One or both of you sabotaged the relationship because it was getting too close to hitting that nerve that was making you afraid. So listen to all that I've said. Sit down and tune in with yourself and this person and evaluate that relationship and get back to me. Maybe you have something there that resonated that I've said, and I can further look into the cards and see if you need more clarification. But I would go really slowly with this, and even if this person wants to come, I would just evaluate things and just take a different route, take a different approach, and be very patient because he is very fearful, more so than you, and confused.
I lost trust in him.
Very accurate. Yeah. Okay. Because he's confused and he derailed the relation. Then he's the one. If you've lost the trust in him, I would move on personally, but it is a possibility of connecting with him on a friendship but I think it's going to go through the same phases and fail again because he sabotages things. But there's always room to try and see, but be honest with yourself. You didn't trust him. There was a good reason for it. Your heart tells you not to. Go there. Go inside yourself. Go in that crown chakra. It came up, that intuition, and see what's revealed. Okay, and I do believe my opinion might help influence you to be more self-reliant. Okay.
All right, so we have some new people here. So we're always here on Monday night. If you need clarity, you can always come back next week, or you can reach out on Facebook and message us there on Soul Messages page.
I'm sorry. Let me just finish this with Britt. Exactly, that's what I just said. The relationship is real. It's going to happen again, most likely. I think more from him. He's way more confused than you. And he can be deceitful, but he doesn't lie deliberately because he's malicious. He distorts the truth because he's confused and he's starting to believe his own confusion, his own lies. I just don't feel that that's the right fit for you. I just can't help it. And I'm going to go with that. But I could be wrong. You see how it goes. Maybe some changes made, but I think you should move on. I really do.
All right, so hopefully I'm saying this name right. Simriti Mondel, I'll read for you. Then you can read for Nicole. So Nicole, yeah, we're always live. We're always pulling fresh cards for everyone.
Nicole. Okay.
Every reading is personal. We don't have anything
We're an
prescribed.
hour in and you were running. You were running out.
Yeah, people just keep trickling in. So let
We
me
have
see.
more readings tonight. Go on, read.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So let's see. Let me tune in
Yeah, there's
some reading.
chaos around them. I would move away. Okay.
Some reading. Let's see the energy. Let's see the. I want to pull the word on that. That energy. And I'm going to pull the shaman's oracle deck and see what his feelings are for you. And let's see where the relationship goes. Let's take a look. Okay. His feelings. Let's take a look. All right. Let's take a look, Carol. Oh, interesting. Okay. I don't pull this card too much. In God's hands. Okay. Let's find the word with that. Balanced. Okay. So it's just like, what's his feelings for you? It's just more like relax. Don't push it. Don't doubt it. Just trust that God, if you will, is bringing the right person to you. It's like let go and just surrender. In God's hands, a card of surrender. It's not worrying, it's not doubting, it's just letting it all go. Whatever is meant to happen will happen. That's what that card is. And let's see, this card is too. Is well, very interesting. So this is definitely a surrender message in God's hand. Look at these cards. The lies. The mind's always telling lies, stories that are not the truth. The mysteries. We don't know how it's going to work out. And it's a challenge because the mind is always thinking, always doubting, always playing the what if game. But what it all comes down to in God's hands. It's about letting go, complete surrender, trusting God, trusting the universe, not trying to figure things out, not trying to worry, not trying to doubt, and just expect the right person to show up. So if he reaches out to you, then it's meant to be. If he doesn't, then it wasn't meant to be. But I'm saying in God's hands, a card of not forcing, of not the mind playing these games, trying to force situation. It's a card of surrender, of just letting go that they have to make the moves, if you will.
Okay, so I'm reading for Nicole, and yeah, where is she? Can I have a live personal reading?
Yeah.
Yes, everything here is personal. This is for you. Okay, Nicole. Actually, this is the card I want. Oh, this is being not being able to make up your mind. Let's see what this is about. And this is she's blindfolding herself. Really, the choices are really much more simple. It's the mind is confused because the mind always is, but the heart is never confused. So whatever decision you're making that's confusing your decisions, just know that there are no blindfolds on there. You put your blindfolds on, maybe looking through things and through tunnel vision. We need to remove those blinds and be able to make decisions and move forward. Okay, so this is releasing what doesn't serve you. So that's in line with these negative, or I don't want to use negative thoughts because people feel like they're a bad person with negative thoughts. But these thoughts that are keeping you from progressing in your life, you need to release them. This I can't do this with this person. Look at this. But it's imaginary blindfold. The blindfold isn't really there. It's just choices that are daunting because you're not clear in your own mind. You need to release the fear, the negativity, the thought that if I do this, something bad will happen, or if I do this, there'll be consequences. But the decisions really can be made very easily when you're not in your mind. And we need to release the blockages that the mind generates through creating scenarios and things that are not true. The mind is the greatest trickster. I always say that. The heart is the greatest truth speaker. And the next card, this is about spiritual growth too. This is about grounding yourself. So I feel like you're doing too many things at once. And when we do that, we try to be a jack of all trades or accomplish everything. We trip over our own 2 feet. So just being more grounded and present. There are ways to be grounded. Great way is to take a class if you do Tai Chi or Pilates or yoga. Yoga is the number one mindful meditation movement class. If you exercise or physical movement is not your thing, and going to a forest or a park and being around trees and grass. That's the most grounding element. Element in the universe. It's so grounding. If none of that appeals to you, you're an indoors person totally, you don't like going to the park or you don't feel comfortable, whatever, then just sitting in your own living room and feeling your body and being in tune, in touch with the body and the mind and the heart to help you make these decisions. Because this is a time, it could be viewed by you as chaotic or difficult or challenging. And we need to remove those obstacles. Oh, I know the answer to this. I can do this. I can flow through easily. But it's releasing those fears and those negative beliefs that are keeping you bound and gagged. That's what's keeping you bound and gagged. It's not reality, it's your mind. And downloads and understanding. This is about tuning in, and it's like the information superhighway comes up to fore. And it's like all of the information, it's like the hall of knowledge. People say when you pass away, you go to this place where there's all the Akashic records and all the information. You're going to just take off your blinders, and the whole world will be clear. Downloads and understanding. You'll be able to download what you want. So let go of those negative thoughts and fears and allow yourself to move forward. How? Well, we develop and cultivate patience. We also tune into what we truly want and energize that over and over again, every day, a few times a day, to connect emotionally with what we want and let go of the beliefs, let go of the negativity. That's how it's done.
All right, so welcome, Haley. Let's take a look here for a career
Oh
here.
my
Let's take a look.
goodness. We'll be here till 10 o'clock tonight.
Well, they
This
just
4th
keep
of July weekend is like boom, boom, boom. The fireworks started.
So let's got the spirit animal card for you, and let's take a look at the shaman's deck for your question here and see what they have to say about your job interview. Let's take a look. Okay, yeah, I want that card. Okay, and I'm gonna pull a word too. Okay. All right, let's take a look at the job interview Wednesday. Here, let's take a look at the animal around you. The squirrel, the preparation card, getting ready for big changes. So big changes, interesting. I mean, let's see what the word on that is. Lively. So it's about being energetic, having energy. So for the interview, it sounds like you need to be energetic in interview, which makes sense. They're not going to want somebody that's just sort of like there, like, yeah, okay, whatever. Be excited. When I'm saying be happy, be excited, and and then give that also with the big changes too in the lively card. When you're feeling good, when you're feeling happy, you're better. You're going to have better outcomes. That's a natural byproduct of the universe. Then the cards here. Let's take a look here. The nurture card, taking care of yourself. So it's really about relaxing, get enough rest before the interview, and so you are lively, energy. I just feel like you really need a lot of energy for this interview. For whatever reason, I'm just feeling like you need lots of energy, really being uplifted and fully alive. And this realize acknowledge your gifts. Don't downplay your skills. What I'm feeling with this honor your gifts is don't downplay your skills. Pump things up, amplify them, and that's what the lively card. Be energetic. Oh, I did this, I did that. You don't be on. What I'm feeling is don't be unexcited. Whatever little task is like, oh, I help with this, I help with this. Really, just they're looking for someone with a lot of energy and it's really proud of what they're doing. And then, well, then you're getting this card, the illusion card. What I'm feeling with this illusion card, it's just a really important key in the for the interview Wednesday is don't allow the mind to cast stories, trying to read their body language. Oh, he didn't like that story, or she didn't like that story. So the mind's giving you illusions, stories on body language that they're giving off to you. Don't allow your mind to do that. What I'm feeling is being energetic tomorrow, getting that enough rest to so you have that energy for Wednesday, whatever time it is. But it's really about having that rest so you can be energetic. And then I think this is the squirrel card really is you're getting the job and big changes are coming. But the key for the job is to be energetic, to be excited about everything that you've done. Don't be ho hum. It's like I did this, I did this. No matter how small or insignificant to you, because this job may be a little redundant. All jobs are a little redundant. You get sort of bored. They want to be somebody that's excited. Will bring new life into this. But I think this is really interesting. The illusion card. I think it's about reading body language, not allowing that to derail you, trying to interpret. Do they like that answer, not like that answer? It doesn't
Right.
matter. Just be energetic, be yourself, celebrate you.
Very good. That's really good advice. Anyway, okay, I think we're done.
Yeah.
Looks like we've been here an hour and 10 minutes. So,
Yeah, it's been a long night. It's been good.
well, it's been really good because we didn't get bombarded. But I
Right.
think this is. Oh, everybody who says thank you, you're welcome. No matter who got the reading for whom.
Right. So yeah, we are here every Monday.
Yeah, we offer what we've got, and we don't get any monetary reward, but we get satisfaction from helping other people.
But if people want to give donations, they can. There's a button there too. They can donate, but we don't demand it. We
Right.
just read.
But we're here for you, and we just want to see what you need.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's spot on, and sometimes it could be vague, but it's what we get.
Yeah. And sometimes, oh, well, I've done readings before. It's like that reading I got from the other day didn't make any sense. Like 6 months later, it was like, bam,
Yeah,
there it
you
was.
see, it could be something because there's no, there's no time in the universe. Only planet Earth, as far as I know, has time. And
Right.
when you're dealing with that universal energy, 10 years from now could feel like a week. It's very difficult to pinpoint. Everyone will tell you the same thing. Very difficult for timing.
Right. So we can do one last card
One
here.
last card, yeah.
Yeah.
This is a very significant time in humanity's growth, so we'll see.
All right. Let's see.
I can pick an animal. Wonderful. They love the animal cards, I know.
This is a great card, the Otter, the Surrender card, Let Go of Control. It reminds me to that card I pulled earlier tonight, In God's Hands, that we leave it to the universe. We don't try to force, we don't demand, we allow things to unfold, but we set those intentions in our life. We don't figure out how to make those intentions come true. We just set them. That's the law of attraction. We just set those intentions. We trust that it's going to become true. We be open to receive. It's up to the universe, God, if you will, to figure out how does this happen? We don't need to worry about that. Just
And if you
surrender.
don't believe in God, then you get it. You say, "Oh, I don't want to hear this."
The universe.
It's about the universal knowledge. It's about the all oneness of the universe.
Right. The divine intelligence, the soul, the spirits, whatever you want to call it.
Right. Okay. I have to pick a card, don't I?
Yep.
I'm like, okay, and then I forgot to pick a card. Integration. So I combine mind, body, and spirit. So it's about balance in your life. Take care of your body, take care of your mind, take care of your soul. So we need physical activity, we need to eat well, we need good nutrition, sleep, and we also need friendship and relationships and love. And of course, we need to get quiet and tune into who we really are. So important. So we send you off with love and light, and we'll be here next week. And thank you so much for joining us.
All right, you take good care of yourself.
Bye bye, everybody. Good night. From New York, it's night.